and I don't know how to get the willpower back to be complete carnivore.
Oh my God, I have all the advice. So first of all, my name's Jess, and I've been a health and fitness coach for over 10 years, but I am a 3-year carnivore, and I feel you so much on the carbohydrate thing. I myself know that I have a carbohydrate addiction, and I know that the only way for me to deal with that is to completely remove them from my life. So they are like a drug food for me, and I have to completely remove them. That doesn't mean that I don't every once in a while have moments where I've explained on my page. Sometimes I'll go out with my friends and I'll have drinks, and that is the catalyst to me being like, oh, well, I'm hungover and I don't feel as great. I didn't get as much sleep. I'm just going to have this. And then I go on a spiral. So let me tell you a couple things. First of all, I believe that we all think that eating is so simple, like the diet is so simple. All we got to do is follow the rules. Carnivore, there's a lot of rules, right? And the rules feel really good. We feel really sure of ourselves in the rules. But the problem is, once we've broken it, sorry, my light went off. Once we've broken the perfect streak of carnivore, it like takes the wind out of your sails. And it's like, wah, wah. Now I kind of feel like crap. I didn't do it perfectly. So I don't know what to do next. So I've felt that way too. I was like, perfect for months. And then I slipped up, and then I was like, now I can't coach this. Now I can't do that. I can't be a nutrition coach. I slipped up. Hold on. If it goes back off, I'm just not turning it back on. Anyway, I want to tell you about some willpower stuff that I think is going to be super helpful for you. First of all, willpower is not a virtue. It is literally a mind-body response. So what we need when we go off of the carnivore diet is a little bit of compassion and awareness and using a couple tools. So the first part is, when you go off of plan, don't beat yourself up. Have a little bit of self-compassion. I get it. Self-compassion is not one of my strong suits, but it's really important, because the more we beat ourselves up, the longer it goes before we're able to get back on track, because we're still worried about the fact that we're like, why are we I can't get my willpower back. Oh, I'm just going to keep going. And there's actually this thing called the what the hell effect by Kelly McGonigal. She talks about this, and it's like, well, I had carbs after eating my awesome carnivore meal once. I'm just going to do it again. And it's Tuesday. And then Wednesday, you're like, I'm just going to do it again. Well, at least I'm having carnivore meals. I'm just going to do it again. And so instead of just like, it's like having one Oreo from the sleeve and then realizing, oh God, I went off of my diet. I'm just going to eat the whole thing. So the first thing you can do is have some self-compassion, but then there's more to do after that in order to stop you in your tracks and get you back on track. One of my favorite things is simply remind yourself why you went on carnivore in the first place. What were your symptoms? How were you feeling? What did carnivore do to help them? And just really sit in that, and maybe even write it down and just be like, what was I feeling before? What was I feeling after? And that can be really, really useful. Recognize after you cheat that every single carnivore meal you have after you've cheated is almost like, when I coach in the gym, it's almost like doing a bicep curl. Every bicep curl, every squat, it helps to grow your muscle, right? So every rep is an opportunity to grow. And so every time you've had a carnivore meal after you've cheated, shows you that, number one, you recognize the importance of eating like a carnivore because it's nutritiously dense and it's helping you in a lot of ways. But two, you're strengthening your resolve and you're strengthening your ability to come back stronger. The next time you're tempted, and I totally get you about wanting the carbs after the meal, that is a ritual. Sorry, I'm pointing at you. That is maybe something that you've done before, or that was the way that you ate before. So it is a ritualistic thing. But the next time you're tempted, use data, like use actual facts. I am not hungry. I literally just ate a steak. I literally just had eggs. My body is satisfied. Maybe I have to wait for a couple minutes, but recognize the carbohydrates that you're craving is not something that, first of all, your body might be craving them because you've had carbohydrates recently and your body went through the insulin response to carbs, went back down, and now your body's looking for carbs again. So that's data, right? But also, you know that carbs are addictive. We know that processed foods and snacks are engineered to keep us wanting more and coming back for more. So we can use that data too. One of my favorite things to do when I am feeling, I love having my big lunch in the middle of the day. It's my first meal of the day. And sometimes I have the same thing, and I've been on carnivore for 3 years. And when I'm craving, I actually make myself a cup of tea. So that's one thing that I do. I might go for a walk or go outside and put my feet in the grass and just ground myself in the moment and just ride the wave. Like, don't respond to it right away. What your body, it's almost like I've heard somebody describing a food addiction like you have a tin can and there's a marble in the tin can and you're feeling this energy in your body to eat the carbohydrates, and it's like the marble shaking around in the tin can. You making a cup of tea or finding another strategy when you're feeling the need to go for the carbs is like you putting some soft tissue or like a towel inside of that can, and the marble shakes around, but it's not rattling like that feeling that you have in your body before you have a craving. That is not your body craving carbohydrates. That is a dopamine pathway thing. Your body's seeking out some dopamine. So give it dopamine some other way. The last thing is just knowing when you're going to be triggered. For me, like I explained, I'm triggered the day after I go out for a late night with friends, or even not a late night, but my sleep is affected and I've had a couple drinks. My body's detoxing from that. That next day is a little bit challenging for me. Know that. So in advance, you know, like as you get back to carnivore, you're seeking that willpower to get back. Now you're armed with the data that there are times in your life where you are more prone to go off the rails, and you can just kind of just having the awareness of them. Maybe you write it down in a note on your phone. Maybe you even put it in your calendar, like, hey, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to feel this way. Just know when you're looking for those carbs. I know a lot of people also look for that comfort food, that carbohydrate, fat, and sugary foods when they're feeling stressed, when they're feeling anxious, either good or bad anxiety. And so just be aware of what the triggers are. And every single time this happens, then you'll know, and you'll have more growth and awareness, and you'll be stronger, and you'll be able to come back, and it won't be a big deal. So self-compassion is first, though. This is normal. No carnivore on this app has ever done it perfectly, so don't let them think that they have. And just be self-compassionate. Know that, okay, fine, your perfect track record is over, but you know why you went to carnivore in the first place, so just get that back. I believe in you. Go do it.